Hey man, you ever look into flat Earth?
All right, this is from a couple years ago. I was over on the East Coast and went over there to catch the rocket launch of the Big Heavy. I can't even remember what day exactly that was, but it's in my file somewhere. But anyhow, I was filming this boat early in the morning, and I'm checking it out, and I'm saying, my goodness, this boat is way out there because this is a pretty decent sized boat, but he's fairly small. I did shoot this with the P900, so it's at 2000 millimeter zoom. It was at full zoom as I was filming this boat. But one of the things you see is you see this water, and it really doesn't look all that rough, but you can tell by the boat, the way this boat is bouncing and getting the crap beat out of them. I mean, at one point here, the whole boat comes completely out of the water, and you can see another boat that's, um, still out there quite a ways, and you can compare the size of those. But as I'm filming this thing, I'm saying to myself, I'm laughing because I'm like, man, these guys are getting the crap beat out of them, and here I'm spying on them, and they don't even know that somebody's filming them. But you see these big buoy markers out there, and the East Coast is has a lot of waves and big swells out there, and as you can obviously see, when he falls down in that swell, his half of his boat's vanishing. And sometimes this is what occurs on my West Coast. Maybe not so much as these big waves are obvious as this, but there are waves, and these waves and swells do block out the boat, the lower hull of the boat, just like you're seeing with this boat. But the big kicker is as this boat travels away and I'm following it, I'm thinking to myself, wow, how far out can I follow this boat before it vanishes, supposedly over the curvature of Earth? So, I'm also looking at the birds flying around, and whoa, there he goes. Oh, I mean, he went airborne. So that really does tell you how big these swells are out here. But here's the kicker: as I'm following this boat, I start noticing something, and it's going to come up right here. I'm going to slow this part of the footage down to uh, 33% slow motion. Give you a little better view of how rough this water is out there. And again, if you're looking at this water, it doesn't look all that rough, and you don't really see these big swells because of my angle to the water and the distance that it's out there. Angular resolution plays a big role, and when you've got these big swells, um, it hides the boat, just like you see in some of my videos where the mirroring hides the boat. Well, the mirroring actually hides the waves, and you don't see the waves so much as you do anything else. But check this boat out, coming not up only out of the mirror, but also from farther out. When you compare the size of this boat, now watch this boat as it jumps up. You can see it, and then it goes down into the swell, and then it comes back up a little bit. But that is perspective.